Hey, what's going on, Hotshot truckers, freight brokers, dispatchers, and business owners? Today is February 29th, and it's currently 3:46 a.m. And I'm in the process of finalizing our numbers, our Hotshot trucking numbers for the month of February. So I thought it may be pretty cool if you guys could take a look at the dashboard and the database that I created to do our numbers for our trucking company as well as our dispatching company. So I'm a data-driven guy. So I grew up in data as far as my career, and I think in order for a company to be successful, we must know the data. We need to know the data in order for our company to be successful, and our data must tell a story. So we collect all of the load information, the data that we receive when we taking loads, and I created this dashboard in this database. We input it there, and it spits out a picture and tells a story of the current state, what we've done historically as well. So I just want you to see it. You give me your comments, your thoughts. You leave them in the comment box below, and so let's jump into it. So the first thing I'm going to show you our dashboard. So let me just give you the background. So this dashboard, for this example, this dashboard is going to show one of my drivers. His name is Warner. This is from February the 1st through February the 27th, and in a few we're going to add his final load into the database so we can close him out for the month of February. And what you're seeing right now, my personal truck drivers from my trucking company, they receive this information every week. We send them an email with this view every week, every Friday. And the owner operators that we currently dispatch for with our dispatching company, they receive their information as well through email. So we can click one button to send them an email. It'll send this page to them, or this dashboard to them in the email. So, and what it does, it tells a story of how their week went, where they stand month to date, and if they need to continue driving, if they need to go home, whatever they want to do. It just tells them a lot of information. So let's jump into this. So we see the first quadrant. Top left, it says gross income. So Warner, for the month of February 1st through February 27th, has gross income of $24,000. With our trucking company, we want to go to at least $20,000 a month. So you can see Warner has definitely exceeded that $20,000 a month. He's at $24,000 for the month. He's driven 11,000 miles. So he's been on the road, definitely on the road, working hard. He's working pretty hard this month. So man, I'm proud of him, happy for him. He has an average gross rate per trip of $1,846. And when I say per trip, if you're going from Charlotte to Texas, we consider that a trip. No matter if it's a full truckload or if it's 2 or 3 partials, we consider it like a trip. So that's where you get the average rate per trip from. The rate per mile, Warner's rate per mile is $2.29, which is not bad. We want to be at least $2 a mile, but our goal is to be at $2.06 a mile. So we definitely have some work to do there. But he's definitely over $2 a mile, so no complaints there. The bottom left quadrant here, we have the average length per trip. So average length per load, average length per trip. So we're averaging 32 feet of deck space on the trailer per trip, which is good, and it tells us that we're utilizing the majority, probably more than 90% of our truck on each trip. But it does show opportunity zone. So we have 40-foot Hotshot trailers, and since we have 40-foot Hotshot trailers, we have 8 feet of space left, but we can probably put 5 feet of cargo on our trailer. And with that 5 to 6 feet of cargo on the trailer, it may bring in another $400 or $500, which could possibly help pay some of the gas, help with our gas for that trip. So that's possibly an opportunity zone. And that's what this dashboard does. It shows us the current state. It shows us our current rate per mile and that good stuff. And then it shows us our opportunity zones. Where can we increase? What can we do better? how can we get better? That's the whole purpose of the data. That's why I built the database and the dashboard, to show my company how I can do better, what we're currently doing, and so on. The last quadrant here, well, I'm sorry, the average weight per load here is 10,000 pounds. So for the average trip, we have 10,000 pounds on the trailer, which is good. I'm not complaining at all. That's actually great. Like I said, the load, our trailer can take up to 20,000 pounds. I try not to put no more than 17,000 pounds on the trailer. But this is definitely opportunity zone as well. So I see that we have a lot more weight that we can put on the truck if need be. But to gross $24,000 and only have an average weight per trip of 10,000 pounds, that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good. So for you non-CDL drivers, you see, you can definitely make some money. You definitely can make some money when it comes to weight if you do it right. If you stay under 10,000 pounds. All right, the last one is brokers. So you can see we have brokers that we use for the month of February. There are a few more brokers, but some of these are partial. So I just put all the brokers in one cell. So that's why it just only shows one time. So you see we use Landstar a couple times, TQL, ATS, NTG as well, Trinity Logistics as well. So those are the details it shows. So it shows our gross income, it shows our rate per mile, our average weight, average length. It shows the brokers that we use. Now we can break this data down to a granular level. So for example, if I want to say, what did you do on February the 10th? Our company on February the 10th, we had a gross income of $2,420. We drove 1,000 miles. We had a rate per mile of $2.41. We had length per that load, that trip, 34 feet, and the average weight was 13,800 pounds. And that was taken, and Admiral Merchants was the broker for that load. Okay, so it breaks it down day by day. I mean, we can select the 13th, we can select the 14th, the 14th Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, we made $3,000 on Valentine's Day, but we drove a lot of miles, right? You see it, right? We drove a lot of miles, and our rate per mile sucked. Right? So then these are the type of things you ask yourself: what happened on this day? Why did we have $1.19 a mile on February the 14th? Or picked up on February 14th. And then we have to go back in our numbers and look at it and say, what happened? And I know exactly what happened right here. We was in Florida. So we was in Florida, trying to get out of Florida. And this is what happened when you go to Florida. So stay out of Florida, or you'll be leaving with $1.19 on your miles per mile on your truck, going 2,500 miles total. Freaking terrible, embarrassing. Okay, so if I clear this, it brings me back and shows everything. Okay, brings me back and shows everything. So, yes, so this is our dashboard. It's very important to understand the data aspect of a company. Companies cannot grow if they don't understand their data. I mean, Fortune 500 companies pay millions of dollars to make sure they have the best technology, the best data, to be able to tell their data. Because you have to tell a story with the data. And this is the story that we look at to tell, or we read this story daily to find out how our company is actually doing. And as I stated, my drivers get this weekly, but as well as our owner operators from my dispatching company, they get this weekly as well. And so far we haven't had, so far everyone loves it, just so they can actually see what's going on with their numbers. Okay, next thing I want to just take you a quick view of where the data is actually being stored. So we click here, go to the database, and it shows you, this is how the data is stored. It shows you the driver's name, the date of the load number, start and end location, the miles, the length, the weight, the rate per mile, and the broker. Okay, so this is where the data is being stored at. And keep in mind, this is just for one driver. This is for Warner for the month of February. Now, let me show you how we actually input the data into the system. So we're going to go ahead and add this last load that Warner did in February so we can close him out for the month. So you click that button to enter database, and this user form populates. The user form is our input form that you put the load details in here, and it goes into the database. From the database, it builds the dashboard. So Warner's load picked up on the 28th. The load number is 10145. The starting location is Tulsa, Oklahoma. The end location is Pensacola, Florida. The miles is 778. The length is 22 feet. Excuse me for that. The weight is 6,000. The rate is 1,600. And the broker was Western Logistics Express. Okay, so this load is picking up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, going to Pensacola, Florida. It is, I think, aircraft parts. And my driver picked it up yesterday on the 28th, and he's dropping it off Saturday. So Saturday drop off is pretty good. So let's just do a recap. Picked up on the 28th, load number 10145, start location Tulsa, end location Pensacola, mile 778, length 22 feet, weight 6,000 pounds. They're paying $1,600, and the broker was Western Logistics Express. So from here, we hit the submit button. And once you see the submit button, you can see the numbers have changed some. So the gross income, now that you add the 1,600, has went from the 24,000 up to the 25,000. The miles driven has went up to 12,360. I think the average gross rate per trip basically stayed the same. The average rate per mile dropped by 0.01 cent. The average length dropped some to 31. The average weight dropped to beneath 9,700 pounds. And as you can see, Western Logistics was added as a broker onto the broker side. Okay, and then if I just want to show it to you, February 28th, let's go to it. And here it goes. So like you said, it was $1,600, 778 miles. It was $2.06 per mile, rate per mile. It was 22 feet long, 6,000 pounds, and the broker was Western Logistics. We fed into it, and then if you want to just go back, we can just clear right here. So this is the dashboard. This is how we operate on our trucking company, and our dispatching company. Like I stated, our truckers get this every Friday to go review this with them, go over the numbers, let them know where we were, if we met our goal or not. And also our owner operators that we dispatch for my dispatching company, they get the same thing, get the same treatment. We treat them like we're all just one big family. And we send them this information. They can have it, they can see it, they can grow and scale their business, and they know what they're looking to do the next month. And like I said, we have the next week. And we have historical data as well. We can do historical data from June 2019 to possibly forecast what can happen in June 2020. When you have data, the potential is limitless. Like we have also on this particular one, I'm not going to show it today because I want it to be too long. Maybe show it another video if you guys want to see, just comment below. But we have the calculation where we actually add in what is your net. So for example, we have the gross here now at 25,000, but I can take out, I will take out truck payment, trailer payment, or the system will take out the truck payment, trailer payment, What else? The insurance. It'll take the average gas that's normally spent a week, and we have all this data here in this database that I built in the dashboard that I built for our company. So we can do all of that, and we have it right here at our fingertips. And it's good to have this information because we can speak to it. We can justify things that we do. We can say, hey, okay, we have this driver. He's not. He's gave him 3 months and he's not meeting his goals. So we have to cut him loose. We have the actual data to prove our case if we need to. Okay, so that's all I have for you. It's 4 o'clock now. I'm probably about to wind down, get into bed. But this is our dashboard to show how we run our business. Let me know your thoughts, man. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you like it or not. Like, subscribe, share, comment, but definitely comment below. Let me know your thoughts about the dashboard and any other things you think I need to measure, like I have the income miles and rate per mile, so on. Any other things you guys think I should be looking at, please let me know so I can add it on to the dashboard so we can be successful at this company. So until next time, peace.